Hi, this is Joe from plugandplaykits.com, and in this video I'm going to show you how to do my plug and play remote start for a RAM from 2013 to 2017, the 1500, 2500, and 3500. The first step is you're going to remove your side panel. With your panel tool, grab it in the corner and work your way down and pop it off. Once removed, you could set it down. Okay, now we're going to take the two screws that are underneath the panel in the middle. Grab your drill and remove the two screws. Okay, now that those are removed, grab it. It's just clips and give it a pull. Okay, now that you have that done, you can take a small screwdriver or your panel tool and push in on the OBD2 plug and pop it out. Once that's out, you're going to come to your back of your ignition plug, and there's a little harness right here, and you're going to unclip it. Now take your remote start T-harness and take the end that you unplug from the back of the ignition, plug it into the harness, take the other end and plug it back in. Okay, now we're going to be connecting ignition. There's two styles of these plugs, either a 4-pin or a 10-pin. This truck has a 10-pin. Refer to your instructions and it shows you this connection and how to tell the difference. So now for this connection, you can use T-taps or Scotch locks. I prefer just to strip the insulation and do a poke and wrap method. That connection is the most secure and you will never have problems. So just with your wire strippers or razor, gently make two little notches in the wire. Take your razor blade and gently go across. And then with your finger, you can just pull it back. Now that it's like this, you can take your razor and just open the middle so you make a little eyelet hole like that. Now you're going to take your yellow wire, which is your ignition wire from your kit, and with your wire strippers, strip about an inch. Pass it through the hole. And wrap it around at least 2 to 3 times. Once you have done that, take your electrical tape and cover your connection. Give a slight tug as you're pulling around for a nice tight fit. Okay, once that's done, if you want, you can actually take a little zip tie and put it on the middle of this to secure your connection even more. Now that that connection's been made, we're gonna take our OBD2 T-harness plug and we're gonna connect into the car's OBD. Take the end, plug it in, and take your other end and plug it in. Okay, now that that's done, the only other connection is parking lights. This is optional, but without this connection, your lights will not turn on when your car's remote started. So I recommend you do this, as it's a simple connection. The easiest way to do this is just to pop out your light switch. So now that you have this side panel in, you can reach behind it and with your pry tool gently push out, and you can pop your plug straight out. Okay, now that your plug is straight out, you're going to route your brown and white wire, which is your parking light wire, from underneath. Okay, just like the directions say, you're looking for the white with brown stripe wire, and we're going to make the same connection like we did at the ignition with the poke and wrap method. I just want to mention that you may have to pull back a little bit of this harness tape to give you a little bit more room to get at your wires, both here and at the ignition connection that we made. Okay, once it's secure, take your electrical tape and wrap it around and secure it. Okay, now that that's done, at this time, this concludes the wiring portion of the putting the kit in, and we'll be now showing you on how to program your unit. Okay, we're now going to program the remote start. The first step is you're going to hold the programming button down while inserting the 4-pin power plug. When you do this, you will see that the LEDs on the remote starter are going to alternate colors. For this install, we're going to let go when the yellow LED turns on. If you miss it, don't worry. Just keep holding the button down and it'll cycle back around. Okay, there's yellow, so we're going to let go. Our next step is we're going to press the programming button 4 times. You will notice that the LED flashes 4 times to confirm. Okay, now that that's flashing, the next step is we're going to take our key and just put it in the ignition. Do not turn the key. Wait, the red LED will turn on and the yellow LED turns off. Now turn the key to the on position. And turn the key off. The next step is we're going to take the same key and put it in the ignition again. The red and blue LEDs will turn on. Turn the key again to the on run position. The blue LED starts flashing rapidly. Turn the ignition off. Okay, if you have the unlock button on your key, you're going to press your unlock button. If you don't, you're going to press the programming button once. We have the unlock button, so we're going to press it. Wait. The blue light will flash slowly like this. At this point, we are now ready to disconnect our wiring and bring it to the computer to connect to your flash link to finish programming. Okay, now that you've downloaded your Flash Link Manager from Fortin's website and have it installed, you're now gonna finish the programming. Open up your Flash Link Manager. You can exit that little screen out. It's reading the remote start. And you're now on the main page. You see your vehicle info. Do not touch any of these settings, but what we want to do is go to Decryptor here on the left. We're going to press this button and it's going to open up the Decryptor. We're going to hit the Send Data button and start our second part of programming. This can take up to 5 minutes. Okay, as you can see, the decryptor process is now complete. Once you see this screen, you may unplug your remote starter and go to your vehicle and plug everything back in. This should be completing the installation process, and you should be able to now test your vehicle. Okay, we have now finished programming and have returned to the vehicle and plugged in the remote starter. Once everything's plugged in, we're ready to test our kit. One quick tip when purchasing this kit from me, in the notes after your purchase, or you can message me, Just let me know the year, make, and model, and whether you have a factory alarm or not. To start or stop the unit, you're going to press the lock button 3 times. Okay, now that the vehicle is remote started, press the unlock button to enter. Take your key and turn it to the start position and press your brake. You can now put it in gear and go. Runtime is set for 15 minutes on these vehicles, and extended range remotes or cell phone control can be optional extended range options. Now that we've tested our unit and everything's functioning properly, we've chosen this spot right behind the ignition to mount our unit. Thanks for watching.